get some further analysis on, as we are day 7 of Operation Spring Shield. Speak to Omer Ozkizilcik, from the SETA Foundation. Omer, we spoke a couple of days ago when the operation just began. What's your assessment thus far of the operation? We are into day 7 of it.
So the operation is continuing since the very first day, but now we have a new major dynamic, and this is the incorporation and the reinforcements of terrorist groups to the front lines on the regime side. So we have an intense and immense reinforcements from the Hezbollah militias. We have massive reinforcements from Iranian Shia militias, and now today even militias who were targeted by the United States of America in Iraq, like the Kataib Hezbollah terrorists, are now crossing from Iraq via the Al-Qaim border crossing towards Syria and towards Idlib. So we see that Russia and the Assad regime are aware that they cannot deal alone, so they have taken Iran full blow into this conflict as well. So we now have a Turkey, the Syrian opposition, versus Assad regime, Iran and Russia dynamic. And the Iranian terrorist organizations and terrorist militias have a huge manpower, and they are sacrificing them. Actually, in Sarakib, what enabled the Assad regime to recapture this strategic town was the cannon fodder they could deliver. So the Turkish drones and the Syrian opposition have annihilated, killed and destroyed many vehicles and militias of the opposing side. However, there is such a big number of manpower of the Shia militias, Iran-based militias on the ground, so that they could advance. Additionally, we see a massive increase of Russian airstrikes as well. So even though the Turkish armored force have targeted several regime air defense systems and 3 regime airplanes, the Russian airplanes can operate freely in the airspace over Idlib, and they are targeting especially civilians and military targets vehemently. And therefore, I think in the long term, there is no real solution for Idlib which does not include a no-fly zone. So tomorrow's meeting may set a new line, may set the Sochi line, but something is certain, and this is that we can only solve this conflict with a no-fly zone. And I think here there is a major potential for further confrontation between Turkey and Russia, but also there's a potential of a new form of cooperation if the Russians are clever enough to make a good offer towards Ankara. However, I doubt that at the very moment. So the Turkish armed force will continue, and it's heading towards a no-fly zone because the use of helicopters by the Assad regime was being denied. 8 helicopters were destroyed. Memped's air defense system are being deployed to the ground, so helicopters cannot fly easily over Idlib airspace. Turkey has shot down 3 airplanes of the Assad regime and destroyed several air defense systems. So it is going step by step towards a no-fly zone for the Assad regime. But the question is, what will happen with the Russian planes? And here I think there needs more than Turkey to achieve that. However, even if only the Assad regime cannot fly over the airspace of Idlib, this would guarantee that the region of Idlib would not collapse and would not get in the full control of the Assad regime. So this is something impossible at the moment.
Absolutely, and a very important meeting, as you rightly say, tomorrow to be held between President Erdogan and President Putin. Omer Ozkizilcik from the SETA Foundation, thank you very much for that.